tower control, we see on Kbot mode 2 splat lanes, a custom blaster and a slaughter deco, but we see on Plumeria a slaughter machine, a Kensa slaughter machine, a Kensa Splasher Pro, a heavy splat lane, and a Kensa undercover umbrella. Whoa, that is something.
Very nice. And it looks like right away this is a 3-3 situation. Now it went down to 2-2 as a couple of the members are going down, but it seems as though I think it's Plumeria is able to push the tower to a very early 84, which obviously we know won't always last that long. But getting through that first checkpoint is going to be super important to kind of hold on to a lead for as long as they can right now.
Yep. And Plumeria actually getting to the first checkpoint, but not full on establishing that point, but getting the tower back. And that's 2 down for Plumeria.
This is really the opportunity that Kbot has here to kind of push this tower, move forward. Hitzel and Star playing this double backline comp that I really, really love. Using that mini and the heavy, I think, is a really strong opportunity for them. And we know that both players do play these weapons kind of consistently, as we've seen. So it's going to be really nice to see what they're able to. Beautiful direct right there.
That aim. The slashing machine was enough before, but at this time, who really cares if the slashing machine is enough though? Because every weapon is the same. But that's actually going to be a 2 down. Well, the slashing machine getting 2 down, and actually Plumeria getting to the checkpoint. Now actually establishing it again because of on tower. We're getting tower kill. The slashing machine getting 3 in 1. 2 directs and 1 splash out. That is some nice aim.
Really, really beautiful job there. Absolutely wonderful. Those dueling stingrays coming out seems as though one of them was the winner, and it's going to allow Plumeria to hang on to the lead that they have so far Kbot wouldn't to hang on to this lead so far.
And actually Trojan doing that perfect baller moment to survive on the splash out. Giving them a chance. Right now Plumeria having the tower, well, for a few seconds now, but mostly getting off just to try to defeat all of Kbot mode. But it looks like it kind of backfired, and it looks like Kbot mode will be having the tower once again.
They're going to kind of continue to hang on to this push as they start building their specials. They do have Baller at the ready. That Stingray was popped in order to help this push continue forward. Soldier gets a nice shot on Keldamar there, and it's going to allow them to keep moving as they're 4 up against just 2, and they still have that Baller, so it's a good opportunity to use that for a very nice offensive position right now.
Definitely. And as Kbot passes to the second checkpoint, they'll make it up to 36, but with that Stingray, that will end up hurt.
Nice shot by Binks there. Binks just has to stay alive, decides to pop this Booyah Bomb right on top of the tower. Going to be very helpful for them to kind of take control here, but with a lead of 36-63, nice little palindrome there, is going to be really great for Kbot Wooden, and Plumeria has a lot of work they need to do in order to take this back.
Yep, all that Plumeria mostly needs to do is just play the defense on the tower, and that's it. Look, that would be 3 down for Plumeria, but that's going to be 1 down for Kbot mode. Got him up with a slotty moment. Pretty good. But ends up the combo actually survives it, but there's a Booyah from Plumeria. And mostly leading for Kbot mode to be under pressure. That'll be 2 down for Kbot mode.
I mean, this could be what Plumeria has been waiting for. They're pushing to this second checkpoint that they have here, and they get it halfway before that Stingray comes out. The Stingray, looking for a couple of pigs, does get one there, but Kaldemar is right there, able to get back onto that tower. Beautiful, beautiful ball by Soldier, takes them out. Team wipe. Wonderful playing by Kbot Wouldn't to be able to take that first game in our first set on stream today.
That was a really good ending, to be not surprised, honestly, because of Soldier's baller mostly getting that double. That mostly saved Kbot moment to get the tower and get the win.
Really fantastic job there. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be able to kind of come up with for this next game, as we're going to be seeing Splat Zones on Starfish main stage. I think that this is going to be really strong if everyone on Kbot Wouldn't hangs on to the current comp that they're running. Having that double backline, able to paint a lot, get the picks that they need consistently over and over again is going to be a great shot. I'm wondering if they're going to swap off of that Stingray to maybe use a special that would paint a little bit more, but I'm not sure. What are you thinking, Jarine?
But the thing is, if the Splatling, well, the heavy Splatling, if he changes to the bubbles, that'll be fine. So they could still stick with the mini Splatling technique. But Soldier, mostly, I mean, since he was a Slosher, what would be better here is Baller, like that's fine, but the Solar Slosher with the Burst Bomb Rush, that would be actually great here. Because with only 5 shots of the Burst Bomb launch, you can actually just take the zone. Random facts.
Very true. Yeah, very, very true. I think that Burst Bomb launcher would be really strong to be able to have with that Soda Slosher. We'll see if that is what they decided to change to. It seems as though Soldier readied up pretty quickly. As we know, Baller is always pretty strong when you're talking about Splat Zones, so I'm excited to see what we're able to get from them here. We're just waiting on a couple of members of Team Kbot Wouldn't, which I believe Star is Ice, playing under the name Star today, and the Japanese name is Kiri. So, just so if we need to call on any of those players, we do have that figured out for us. And it's been, they've done a really fantastic job running this today. Plumeria also playing really, really solid today. And both of these teams are in our kind of top cut so far within this Swiss. But anything can happen as we go into the second game in our round 4 set.
Ooh. So, now that we see in Kbot Bone, we do see a Mini Splatling, a Splasher Jr., a Sploosh in all reasons, and an Explosive Slosher. But we see in Plumeria a Tentacles, a Splash Shot Kensa, a Kensa Splash Shot Pro, a Heavy Splatling Mimic, and an Enza.
Interesting choices, but maybe it'll work for them.
Yeah, but out of nowhere, Ice is coming out with the Splash Shot Jr. getting a double.
Really fantastic job. Yeah, Ice was just putting so much pressure on them right there, able to get that really nice delayed triple, doing everything they could to back everyone up and away from zone, which is exactly what you need to do. Clear out the opposing team as fast as possible to hold on to this zone for as long as you can.
Definitely. You can see just Kiri going in with a Sploosh, doing some damage right at the base. Like, I'm surprised that actually somebody did a Sploosh in Splat Zone, but at the same time not, because it's Splat Zone. And mostly, the Sploosh has so much ink sweat, they can just do it and just play it off really easily.
They really can. Really wonderful job here. Good penalty that they Plumeria was able to put on Kbot Wouldn't, and now they're working on ticking down their clock. With none of the members of Kbot Wouldn't actually in zone, they are going to hold on to it for a pretty long time, popping this Booyah as kind of a defensive measure to make sure that the other team can't break back in is a good call. Oh, beautiful shot on that hammer right there.
And with that, Plumeria gets his own back.
They don't have a lot of time. Kbot wouldn't need to paint zone right now. They were able to take that. Very nice job. They put a penalty on the side of Plumeria and almost a wipe with 3 members going down. while they're able to do that. And this is kind of a very flip-flop game as we've been seeing so far. You know, each team holds onto the zone for a little while, breaks down the point quite a lot, and then it just flops back, and now they have a very difficult time getting back into zone.
Yeah, definitely everyone has a plan in this. But for sure, Kbot winning and Plumeria, this is the equal playing field for both players. For both teams actually, it's Splat.
It absolutely is. This is a very well matched up team. The back and forth here is so strong. And it looks like this is Plumeria's second opportunity. Nice shot on ice right there to be able to take down that member. To be able to take out ice there is very crucial, as Plumeria is just working to take down this penalty. They don't have a lot that they need to go in order to break down their point and work on this lead.
Yep, with the penalty being down, but all the pressure coming out at the last second from Kbot winning, it looks like they had a chance, but with that booyah from the heavy side lane, doesn't really take it, and it looks like Kbot winning forget the zone. With a wipe for Plumeria as well.
Those were some beautiful shots from Soldier right there. They knew someone was jumping in, timed that explasher shot to really do everything they could to make sure that they were hitting consistently and take out that player. So really nice job.
With only 5 seconds of penalty left for Kbot winning, they break the penalty. And mostly, all Kbot winning is at the zone.
Very quick changeover with that double booyah, and this is why that is a comp that has been working a lot lately. You know, players come in, they're able to cap zone or take objective as fast as possible with those booyah bombs, but you know, Kbot wouldn't took that right back over, and they're getting all of the picks that they need to kind of hang on to this zone and continue to tick down their point, even with this extra penalty that they have.
Yeah. But with under 1 minute remaining, it actually looks like Plumeria is kind of in a hassle right now. Kbot winning all at the zone.
With 1 point remaining, Kbot Wooden is not able to cinch that out right there, and Plumeria does have an opportunity to take this back. They have a decent penalty to work off, and then 32 points before they're able to kind of at least break this down. So they have their work cut out for them if they want to hang on to this, as we've seen Kbot Wooden take zone back multiple times with their specials. And they have 2 specials online right now. I'm assuming they're just going to wait for that remix to come up, and then they're going to kind of push in here. That baller does go down. The hammer comes up. If they can paint the zone, that might be game. That is. Very nice job.
Yep. At the end, you could see that the Plumeria actually got a 3 down. So they were just waiting on that, and Kbot Wooden just had all the stretches come in the last second. They might have been just waiting for all the stretches to come out, and then just boom, they get the win right there.
That's what I was thinking. We know those special weapons do such a fantastic job of taking over objective, painting zone, be whatever it is, that sometimes if you save them for those very, very last second pushes, it does all the work that you need.
Definitely. But now, the Reef on Rainmaker.
What are you thinking about this one? So when we're talking about the Reef, obviously it's one of the kind of most considered well-known Splatoon 2 maps, and it did undergo a couple of changes, but how do you feel about it for Rainmaker?
Like, honestly, I think the last time I ever played Rainmaker on the Reef was months ago. Like the first time when it got the update. But if I remember from the update, everything is still the same. It just the size got expanded. So the same path, but mostly when you get up to the top left, where the pedestal is now, that's going to be a big danger for the Rainmaker or anyone in that situation, because all the team could just be at the spawn. So
very true.
In this case, the Reef on Rainmaker is practically even, no matter what. If you have the technique with splat lanes, that's still the greatest plan to do.
I agree. I think that Kbot Wooden is really taking their time to kind of figure out what they want to play. Maybe they're discussing it in their VC to set themselves up and feel really good about how they're going to approach this, because it is, as all Rainmaker games can be, something that can really run away from you if you're not paying attention. As you said, you could have a really strong push and then the other team is respawning and they're all right there ready to shut it down. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're able to kind of tackle this and what each team decided to change up.
Yep. But now, Rainmaker on the wave, we see on the side of Kbot Wooden, double splatling technique again, the Splooshes bag from round 2, and we see the Soda Slosher this time. But in Plumeria, we do see the Enzyme fight back with the heavy splatling, and we do the Kenta Splash up well, and the Kenta Slosher machine back.
Hitzel had those missiles ready so quickly to be able to use those very much to their advantage, but no one has picked up the Rainmaker yet. So right now it's just a matter of biding their time until one team can get the more picks than the other and they feel comfortable to sort of push this forward. And I'm not sure which team it's going to be yet.
Mostly right now, if you're looking at who has turf, and at the picks right now, it looks like it's all even, but right now it looks like Kbot Wooden would get the Rainmaker. Because that's 3 down for Plumeria. That's actually a wipe for Plumeria. This could be a 30-second game.
Really fantastic job there. It very well could be if Hitzel is able to make it as far forward, gets taken out by that Stingray from the other side, which that Stingray was built very quickly as well. As you had said, it was a team wipe, so the players had to come back and rebuild those specials pretty fast in order to get that ready to go.
Yep. And it looks like all that Plumeria is trying to do now is just get turf. Because that's the only way they can just run them out.
It looks like they have their side cleaned up pretty well, but they need to kind of push forward and be ready to turf on the other side here before they can do anything. Kiri just sharking around with this hammer at the ready, waiting for an opportunity. Is found out, is going to have to kind of stay alive and maybe try to pop that hammer. Unfortunately, goes down before they can use it. Beautiful shot by Binks.
Yep. And Bitch getting another one, and that'll actually be a wipe for Kbot Wooden. The chance for Plumeria to do a KO is right now, but with only 3 points off. That would be the end of the push for Plumeria. Nope, I've lied. They did another push, and that would be 15 points remaining for Plumeria.
Really fantastic job from Plumeria right there. Now, this is where Kbot Wooden is just going to have to be very vigilant in pushing this back, making sure that they can clean up everyone here before the Rainmaker resets, and, that Plumeria can kind of continue to push forward and get a few extra points there. They were able to do it, and Ice going down before they can use that Stingray is going to be a little detrimental to what they're working on here.
Yeah, that's definitely agrees. But it looks like everyone is just in equal playing field once again, so anything could happen. With only 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining as well.
This is where there's going to be so much that's happening in these last 2 minutes, as you said. Kbot Wooden needs to work pretty hard on making sure that they're in a good position to push this forward. It seems as though they're working on building some specials, and they are able to take out 2 members of Plumeria, so that's going to be helpful there. But that Stingray is at the ready, so they can't go anywhere until they take that out, which is exactly what they were able to do.
Yep. And it looks like Kbot Wooden has the Rainmaker. They're going to pull on trade with the Stingray actually coming out, and the Hammer just doing support. They're making up to 24, I think. Not much to get the lead, but still pretty high. It's all on Hitzel or Shoulder just to get the Rainmaker, then they're good.
If they can pick this up and move it just a couple more steps, they will be able to take the lead. Oh, Plumeria decides to pick it up instead and push it out on their own. Very smart move by them. It gives them an opportunity to get the Rainmaker away from the pedestal and really make sure that Kbot Wooden works for it.
Yep. And I think during the reset, that would bring it up all the way to the middle. Under 1 minute remaining as well.
It seems as though they're trying to get this moving forward. They're in a really tough spot right now. Thanks, using those splat bombs to pressure that Rainmaker carrier, make sure that they're not able to get out of what they were going for here. But they pushed it back forward, nearly onto the plat, so it's in a good position for Kbot Wooden. They just need to get close enough, and they need to take out enough players as they can to kind of push this back onto the plat and continue to work towards that point.
Yep, I mean, Big's actually doing that. Really, getting one single, and just making it to stay in the middle. So they'll play support for sure, for Plumeria. And another thing just to know, for everyone to know, everyone just takes the ball. Every ball in Splatoon just gives you a disadvantage.
Very true. And it was a great play by Plumeria to be able to take this last game in our round 4 set. So that's gonna go to Kbot Wouldn't, but Plumeria not going down without a fight and does not get shut out. And I'm sure that we're going to continue to see them very, very strong within the rest of the competition today.
Definitely.